Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 7th of May, we are going to be watching Immortal Beloved from 1994, directed by Bernard Rose and starring Gary Oldman. Now, it is kind of impossible to not know who, first of all, Gary Oldman is or who Ludwig van Beethoven is. And the combination of these two entities coming together for one movie is definitely something of notoriety. I am aware of this particular movie, and up until I actually started watching this movie, I was pretty sure that I had seen it. But as I got more and more into the movie, a lot of it wasn't seeming as familiar. So there's probably some other biography about Beethoven that I remember, or another period piece that I was remembering about Gary Oldman doing. So we're going to go with, this is my first time watch for this movie. And like I'd already stated, not only does this movie star Gary Oldman, but it also goes on to star Jeroen Krabbe, Isabella Rossellini, Diana der Steege, Christopher Fulford, and Marco Hofstensnyder. So to begin with, this movie is a bit of kind of a mystery of some sorts. After the death of Beethoven, who obviously, like I've mentioned, is Gary Oldman, his compatriot of Anton Felix Schindler, played by Jeroen Krabbe, takes it on himself to discover who his final passage is to his Immortal Beloved, which contains his actual final will, leaving everything to them. And most of the movie is him going from place to place, from stories to stories, trying to discover if he can find out who this Immortal Beloved is, because the name is not actually mentioned. As he arrives at different locations, we witness the life of Beethoven going through this in flashback sequences that are brought about by the area, or stories that are told of people when he arrives to say, hey, do you know about this? And they recite a story that brings to life the visuals of Beethoven throughout his life. Again, we deal with the life of a very tortured genius, early dealing with his disability of deafness and his craft that he tries to put forward in the world. There's some really cool sequences where they take away the sound and just leave a very low bass sort of reaction, so the audience gets to be immersed in the world of Beethoven himself, like not being able to hear anything except for whatever hits at a very low register, enough for him to just barely hear. A lot of sequences where he talks loud and people have to remind him that he's using a very loud voice and all that sort of thing. And it's just such an incredible visual too, because again, dealing with movies that are shot on locations, of real locations, of actual castles and actual cavernous buildings, which are gorgeous to see, and matched with fantastic costuming and set design, as well as a wonderful array of actors. Turns out to be a really cool biopic, and giving quite an insight into Beethoven himself. And it is on the 7th of May, 1824, when we get to witness the premiere of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, which happens about an hour and 35 minutes into this 2-hour and 1-minute film. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and look off to tomorrow, see what we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is going to be the 8th of May, and that is going to be Mr. Roberts from 1955. So until next time, go see a movie.